teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Press coverage now from these DBs. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Good job up front here by this offensive line to protect the Michigan State quarterback and give him time to make an accurate throw for the first down. And, boy, over the years, especially recently, they've had great quarterback play. Connor Cook, 3 years of starting, outstanding performances by his Michigan State offenses. Kirk Cousins, we saw what he could do when he was at East Lansing and the job he's now doing in the NFL. Even going back to Drew Stanton, who's more of a dual threat guy. Spartans have had really good quarterback play.
Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
The pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Now, this just goes to show you everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
He escapes the pocket. Looking deep in the very first play. It's caught inside the red zone, still on his feet. They finally stop him, but not before he gets to the 16-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
This offense shows its explosive ability. One huge play. Their setup has a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. They bring it down, and he reaches the 30-yard line. And the Spartans lining up here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Checks this down to the running back. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. Allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Defense wraps him up after the catch, but is just short of a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
It's third down for the offense. Looking to chuck it again. It's a quick grab. And they get the conversion there. Set up now, first down at the 38.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
They'll try a pass here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And they've got him.
We're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable.
Touchdown, Spartans! A much-needed counterpunch delivered. So with playoff pressure for it, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option. Breaks clear in open space. Now here he goes. Inside the 20. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Just when we thought this game might be slipping away, these guys come right back down the field with a quick strike and a touchdown, and it's back to being a close game.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? A quick throw, catch made on the out route. Tackle made at the 24 as they began to put a drive together.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. First down, looking to throw the football. Grabbed by the receiver. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
And the Spartans pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Boy, good tough running there by the Michigan State running back. And Michigan State over the years has had great offensive line play, ability to open up holes, and good tough runners like we're seeing today.
Gets rid of it on the move. The throw complete to the running back underneath. And they're able to get him down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And one final play before the end of the quarter. They keep him guessing with a run. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. And Kirk, it's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Touchdown, Sparty. They connect for 6. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Curtin's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. This offense scores the defense with a lightning strike. A one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The gain moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. He'll hand it off to the 45. Breaking free at the 35. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Vols.
Well, it was just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that 2nd and 3rd level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back, looking for his big tight end. Gets made on the out route. He stopped, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Good job up front here by this offensive line to give this quarterback enough time to be able to make the right read and throw. And over the years, Chris, Michigan State, that signal caller always seems to be efficient and smart and accurate. We're seeing that again today.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Secondary up now, trying to jam his receivers. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught, completion. Look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Spartans have 1st and 10 here. He'll hand it off. Got the first down and still motoring. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And the Spartans looking to cash in the red zone. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense. Handoff from the shotgun. Could take it all the way. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Defense has got him, but that Wildcat wrinkle earns enough to get the first down.
That's just good, hard running by this back. And, man, they've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who was on that 98 National Championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris, some big physical backs come to mind when you think about the Tennessee Vols.
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. He's going to take off, and he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defense does a great job here of pressuring the quarterback, but I got to give the quarterback a lot of credit. Instead of taking a negative play, he shows you his athletic ability and fights out and gets all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. And he'll set up to throw. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And it's caught. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day.
All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Tennessee. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Bringing pressure. And he throws his third interception of the day. He's bringing it back. Oh, and he goes out at the 1. So close to a pick six there. What a great play.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense is throwing interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel group.
And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Oh, man, these guys will not be stopped. We're talking about putting up points before halftime, and they're really putting some distance on the scoreboard. This defense is officially reeling.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete, even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country. And they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Tries the right with a quick throw. He makes the grab. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
Receiver makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
And the Spartans begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Caught for the completion. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes a quick catch. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there. And the offense will have a 1st and goal. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's an out route. The catch made. Tackle at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for 6. Intercepted in the end zone. Past the 50. Past the 40. The 20.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Spartans will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Ball handed off. And it'll be Smarter right at the line for no gain.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The pocket breaking down. He's got it in the open. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air.
For this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. The quarterback keeps it on the option. The Volunteers looking to keep this drive rolling.
We got a short pickup here, but just what they needed. This will keep the drive moving, and you know what it's going to do? Plant a seed on this defense. Anytime they run that option, beware the quarterback.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. The game is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Keen. Down quickly after the catch, but the ball at the 14 sets up the red zone opportunity now.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback could put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
End zone ahead. Touchdown. Balls. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
From the shotgun now, here's the inside give. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Moves out of the pocket. He'll throw it now. The quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring it down to the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
The receiver grabs it, and he rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. They bring it down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Looking to throw it again. Delivers quickly to the left side, and that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? He could go past the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Chris, what a turn of events here. 1 second, you're in field goal range as an offense. The next, the defense is running back an interception for a score. You're looking at a 10-point swing and a momentum changer.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking right, this one caught. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
3rd down play for this offense. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Running play called on 3rd and short. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? Try and muscle for the first down. You make the tackle, but that's enough to set them up first down at the 15.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Stop right there at the line. No gain. Kirk, it's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. These playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle, a shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. And as we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if this game can get a little bit more competitive. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Touchdown, Michigan State. They count the drive with 6 points.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here.
Will take over 1st and 10.
And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? And looking to throw now on first down. Lets it go quickly. He's wide open. Look out. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
First down here at the 45. One explosive play has gotten this drive going, and they're set up near midfield. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to scramble. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they got him for a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense. It just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Play fake, looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. And the Vols will bring their punt team onto the field. Hits this one off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. The officials now will mark the spot. Michigan State offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
You talk about a dream football game at the college level. This guy's now over 400 yards passing today.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. On first and 10, looking to throw. Dumps it down in the back. Caught. He made the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Second down play coming up. Looking to throw here. Catch made just enough for first down. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Always have to be careful on the sideline not to step out accidentally. The wide receiver does a good job here on the route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the move now. Scrambling around now, looking downfield.
But here we are in the fourth quarter. The offense just trying to come up with something to try to spark this offense to give them a chance at a comeback. Unfortunately, the defense is playing smart. They're sitting back, anticipating these deep throws.
After the incompletion, second and 10 from the 25. Back to throw again. Makes a quick grab. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
First down, looking to throw the football. He escapes the pocket. There's contact on the throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Spartans.
I love the fact they didn't give up today. This has not been a great game for them, but the fact that they're still fighting late says a lot about the character of this football team.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. He's looking to scramble. Breaking free at the 35. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
Caught quickly. Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. But how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The Vols pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Chewing clock with the running game. When they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
They make the stop, but it's a big play to the 31.
You know, the thing that's really stood out today for this offense has been the balance. Now, they've gotten some yardage on the running back. He's done his job. The offensive line is protected and given the quarterback a chance to be able to throw the football. He's been able to...
Looking for the end zone, has a lane. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Volunteers.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the first play at the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Pass tipped to the line of scrimmage. That's a great play by the defense.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? It's incomplete. The defense rises up and gets the stop against this very efficient third down offense.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
That decision to go for it on fourth down doesn't work out. The offense starts with a short field. Here we go. Toss play to the outside. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Dropping back, it's Finley. The pass rush closing in. Loses the ball behind the line. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
Boy, incredible job here by this defense to create this turnover. It looked like this game was over, but now with this turnover, they got a chance to get back in the game.
And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the outlet. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Oh, what a grab! Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
But this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Moves out of the pocket. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Well, the numbers are just getting ridiculous. I'm not sure this quarterback knows it, but he's very close to a 500-yard passing game now, Kirk.
This guy is having an unbelievable day in this poor defense. They look like they're playing in...
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
And we're able to get him down.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
It's incomplete. This efficient offense doesn't convert on third down this time.
Yeah, Chris, he got hit right as he released the ball. Very fortunate that ball's not picked off. And the bottom line is that they can't give this quarterback more time in the pocket. They have no chance of thinking about trying to come back.
Fires it to the wideout. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this fourth down play in the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
Back to throw. It's Finley. Deep shot toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Vols.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason.